before I go and start the video, I just want to say I'm selling a flash tune ECU flash tune kit for an MT-07 2014 or 2020. I'll put all the details in the description below if you're interested. Take a look. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I think we're back. It's been a while. Hope everyone enjoyed that little mini rewind. If you didn't read the description, apologies for like not making it longer, because I know I wanted to make it a lot longer, because I know there's been, you know, way more moments than just the ones I put in there, but those are just the ones that came straight to my mind. So yeah, this year we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to, you know, every time I get a little highlight clip, I'm going to chuck it into a highlight folder, in the hopes that at the end of the year I'll have enough clips so I can make like a proper full-on rewind, like a 10, 15, 20 minute long rewind, or wherever you have, because people like that kind of stuff, you know, short clips. You know, you just bang the clips through, and they're just short, entertaining, and you know, nothing really has to be said about them. The clips kind of just speak for themselves. So that's the best kind of video. So I'll either make that into like a monthly thing, so I might do like top moments of the month, and then, you know, at the end of the year I'll pick out like the best moments of the month and I'll chuck it into like a overall rewind and everything. But yeah, so that's one plan. So yeah, I'm just gonna do like a little vlog video today. Hopefully my microphone hasn't moved out of place, because I haven't used this helmet in like a month or something. So yeah, hopefully everything's still in place and the camera angle's right. If not, these guys can hear we talk about everything, because I've been away for a while, so I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Come on mate, get your f***ing knee down. Oh, that was ruined. Anyway, over Christmas I managed to pick myself up a little Translogic quick shifter, so we're gonna do like a whole internal thing makeover, and I might do like a Woolwich Racing ECU flash when I get the time to. It's just I don't want to do it right now. And then from this point on, I also start including all the equipment that I have, so like all the mods that I've done to the bike in a, you know, in a separate section, and in a link to the video that I do a rundown on. All the gear I'm wearing, all the equipment, like literally everything I'm wearing. So, you know, from this point onwards, like people won't get confused, because I still get a lot of questions to this day, like where'd you get your, you know, what settings are your camera, what mirrors are these, like what gear do you wear, what helmet do you use, like whatever, like a bunch of things. So from this point on, I'm gonna make it like clear at the start of the video. If you don't read the description, I won't respond to you, because it just saves everyone time, you know. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. Not that I don't have any time to respond to people. It's just, you know, saves everyone a lot more time. And to be honest with you, if you get asked like 20, 50 times about the same question over and over again, it gets a bit annoying. And you guys don't want that, you know. You guys don't want to be waiting for me to respond when I've got time to. Instead, you guys can just go and read the description and find out everything for yourself. And that just saves you time. Maybe you find it awkward commenting, because I know some people don't like to comment on videos at all. You know, it's nicer if you just read the description and then you can find out for yourself. And another big thing, I thought I'd leave it to like near the end. I bought another bike. I bought another 2015 MT-07. And the reason why I bought it is because the guy sold it to me for 2.5K. Boy, talking about all this bike stuff, I completely forgot about what I actually wanted to say. I had a pretty tough start of the year. Well, pretty tough end of the year, actually. So yeah, as you all know, I went back to Germany with my girlfriend to spend Christmas there, because otherwise I was gonna be completely alone here, and I didn't want that. So during that time, Boris started announcing all this lockdown shit, right? So, you know, you couldn't travel out, or people trying to leave London were basically gonna get arrested and all that bullshit, or whatever the fuck he was trying to do. It's not working, alright? People are still dying, you know? It's just not working, Boris. But yeah, anyway, So as he announced it, within like the next day or something, we basically rushed and packed our bags and booked another ticket to go to Germany, like an earlier one, because we didn't want to be locked in the UK and then we wouldn't have been able to travel out. So we packed everything within like a couple of hours, same day, woke up in the morning, bang, no planning, no nothing, packed wherever you could have, and went straight to the airport. So we get to the airport sometime in the afternoon on the 20th, and then we land and we're like, okay, cool, we're home safe, you know, we're in Germany, we're good. Flight attendant comes around, boom, because of the UK's new variant or whatever the they were talking about, the health authorities in Germany were basically deciding what to do with people on the flight. And in the beginning they were like, oh, because the UK is coming with this new regulation or the lockdown rules or whatever, we're gonna have to send you back to the UK. And everyone was like, no, what the that was the law was from midnight, you know, we're flying on the 19th or 20th, I can't remember exactly, but you know, you guys get the gist of it. The law wasn't in place yet, so we're like, okay, cool. So we get off the flight and then they say, okay, everyone's got to do a corona test, and then once you get the test results, you're going to be fine, but we're going to let you go. Then we get off the plane and they make us wait outside in the f***ing cold after a flight when we just wanted to get home, you know. And bear in mind, about 99% of the flight had homes in Germany, so regardless of what happens, they're German citizens, so they have to let, you know, they have to let them in. And because I was with my girlfriend, she's a German citizen, I was part of that household, so I was allowed in as well, so I wasn't worried about that. So we get all this tests done. It's about an hour already after we land, and then we walk into this little lounge which is separated from the rest of the airport. It's like a complete different section that no one told us about. They taxied the plane to like a completely, you know, off the airport grid quarantine zone, so to speak. So everyone's getting confused, mate. There's kids, there's like crying babies, there's like elderly people everywhere, all in this tiny space, where it's not safe to stay. Oh shit, where am I going? But it's not safe for everyone, you know, because there wasn't 2 meters apart, you know, and then obviously they were urging us to obey the 2 meter, you know, social distancing rule, blah blah blah. Germany is quite strict with the regulations, compared to like most European countries, at least. And then we see these little beds, like the beds that you give out to people at refugee camps, and we're confused. We were like, whoa, we were told we're gonna get off the plane, get our test done, and we're gonna, you know, off back home. And then they started bringing in bags of food, and no one's saying anything, and then people are starting to get angry, people arguing with each other. I'm just sat there, mate, because I don't want to be close to anybody during a pandemic, and I'll just sit in my corner with my girlfriend just minding our own business. So then people start calling up their lawyers, saying like, what the f***, why are we being detained here for no reason, you know, it's against the law, people's kids haven't been fed in like, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 whatever hours, and you know, it's getting pretty, people are getting pretty fed up at this point. And then people start filming and then sending in videos and stuff to the BBC, CNN, or wherever news channels you have, Daily Mail, I don't care, but people were doing that. So if you did check the news around the 20th and you saw a bunch of people detained in the German airport in Hanover, I was part of that group. Not that it really matters because it's over now anyway, and they treated the whole situation really badly. So then they were like, okay, we're gonna let you go if you have a negative test result, because I think legally they're allowed to send you back if you're positive, because they don't want to let anyone into the country that's positive, you know, because that could just increase infection rates and whatever. It's all reasonable, but that's the decision they came to after 6 or 8 hours of like detaining us there, and we were there for a total of like 16 hours, you know, in like a cold room with not enough food, not enough water, and it just wasn't really nice. Not that it was, you know, the worst place, there could be worse situations, but it was more for like the kids and like the elderly people. It just wasn't really that nice, and they should have just done a lot better job. So at the end of it, only one person was positive, and that one person was basically notified at the very beginning, was like notified ages in advance, and they basically held us there for no reason And then at the end, bro, I flipped out. I stood up and I was like, am I the only here who's, you know, thinking this is going crazy, this is crazy? Because everyone's there just listens to this person like a little puppy dog, like, oh, okay, you know. And I'm sat there like, is everyone fucking insane, you know? We've been sat here for 16 hours when we've basically allowed to leave because no one's positive. And then 1 minute after that, the lady doesn't say anything and the guards basically open the door and we all leave. So we're basically just detained there for 16 hours for no reason whatsoever. And I went into my birthday. So I celebrated my birthday in like a secluded airport waiting area set up for like refugees. And man, was I pissed. I was so angry, bro. Because I didn't ask for any of this, innit? Like if they told us in advance and they set up like rooms for us or hotels or wherever where people could just isolate, because it's the government's rules, so the government should provide, innit? Especially if it's in like a socialist country. Makes sense. I wouldn't expect anything from the UK. Right, so we're not done yet. I got more. So Christmas was all nice. I got what did I get? I got the ECU flash, I got a camera, and then my girlfriend's brother, her younger brother, got me an airsoft gun from Norwich. He's an airsoft YouTuber and he's got his own products and stuff, and it's you know, cool stuff. And I used to play airsoft, I used to collect airsoft guns, and it's you know, I love guns as well. So her brother remembered and then got me a little pistol from Norwich, and it was a CO2 gas blowback pistol, and it was probably one of the coolest gifts I ever received. It was a 2-tone weapon because I don't have a UK ARA license, and you need one of them licenses, and you have to play like a minimum of 3 matches within 2 months or something to make you like a legitimate airsoft player, so that you're allowed to own a gun with reason. So that was really cool. And then in Germany you can own a gun, a 2-tone gun, even a non-2-tone fully replica gun. So I was like, okay, cool, this is not a big deal, it's legal in the UK, we're gonna fly back and I can just put it in the check-in luggage and it's fine, you know. So yeah, then I was like, okay, cool, we're just gonna take this back home and then everything's gonna be fine. All the airports nearby are closed, right? Despite us being delayed for like for I don't know, a week or something, all the airports are closed nearby. So the only way we can get back to the UK is by taking 2 trains. One train from where she lives to Amsterdam, and then Amsterdam Eurostar to back to the UK. I didn't know anything about this, but the gun laws in Amsterdam or in Netherlands are insanely strict. If anyone is Dutch here, you can laugh at me all you want, but this shit was f***ing scary, man. So I get to the airport and then I get to the train station, and obviously I forget that it's no check-in, right? You just scan the baggage straight through. You don't check in anything, because I haven't taken the Eurostar. I've never taken the Eurostar ever. So I just assumed there was like a check-in part and you chuck your bags in, and then when you get to the other station you just pick up your bags again. And it wouldn't be like as formal as in the airport, where you do like a lot more security, where you got a lot more security, and you know, but the security in Eurostar is similar. So then this baggage goes through the scanner for like normal hand carry luggage, and everyone starts freaking out, and I forget that I've put this pistol into my big check-in badge, and then on the actual X-ray screen it looks like a normal gun, innit? I don't know where to go. I think I'm just gonna go right. So yeah, on the screen it looks like a normal gun in like a gun case, and I don't know what it is, if the people were just scared in general, or they were just a bunch of nerds or a bunch of f***ing virgins. The whole train station just starts looking at this f***ing baggage like, oh, there's a gun, and I'm just like, mate, it's a f***ing toy gun, I'm sorry, I didn't realise it's legal in the UK, can I take it, you know? And then they were like, no, you can't carry firearms on board. I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I get it, because it's a prohibited item, I guess, because it's like a firearm look-alike. But now it's just like, get the police here, I'll open it up and I'll show you that it's a toy gun, it's not loaded, I can give you all the ammunition you want, you know, give you all the gas, because I had canisters on me and I had the bullets on me as well. And you can see that it was a BB gun, because the bullets I was carrying were BB bullets, and the canisters I was carrying were CO2 canisters. And then, you know, people use CO2 canisters to repressurize tires all the time. They use it for like a lot of other things, you know, not just for airsoft guns. And then the police get here, and then one of the security, well, one of the staff members at the train basically stops me from going near my luggage, treating me like a criminal and a terrorist or whatever he was doing. And then the police get here and they start questioning me about everything. And then, you know, I was like being careful because I know how, you know, people get freaked out about it. I understand that if it's a gun in the police's mind, it's a real gun. So then I was kind of just, you know, being relaxed and joking about it, saying like, all right, I'll open up slowly, I'm going to move slowly, look at where I'm moving so no one freaks out. And then they were laughing about it and it was all good. And I open it up, and then one of the policemen basically pull up like a web page on Google or whatever, saying that you need a license, you need an actual firearms license to carry this gun within the Netherlands. And I'm just like, all right, what the f***? I've never heard of this. I didn't know, you know. I apologize. I didn't know. Is there any way I can send this thing off? Because usually when you're at airports and then you have a firearm, if it's a toy, and it's legal there, you can just post it off, right? You can like put it off at like a drop-off point, and then someone else can come pick it up, or you can send it off. But then they're like, no, you've broken the law, we have to seize this item. And I'm like, you're f***ing joking. You know, it's a Christmas gift from my girlfriend's brother, and it's probably one of the coolest gifts I've ever received, and now it's going to get confiscated off me. So obviously I was not feeling too great about it. And then this policeman starts threatening me, saying like, you know, if you don't give us a weapon now, we're going to arrest you, take you back to the police station, and we're going to interrogate you. When the guy dropped the bomb about like, I can arrest you, you can get charged heavily, you can get a criminal record, whatever. And I was just like, take the gun, mate. Take the gun and let me go. And by this point, I already missed my train. So then we had to spend a night in Amsterdam. It was a very nice welcome into the city, you know. I appreciate that, almost getting arrested. So next day I get to the station. Sorry if this story is going on, but there's even better part to it at the end. And then the first thing that the people do, they recognize us. And and everyone's looking at me. Every single person in the train station is looking at me, and all the officers, mate, questioning me, looking at me, whatever, for no reason, because I've already taken the item off of me. Like, what else am I gonna do? I've got no criminal record. I haven't done any petty crimes. I've never like provoked the law in any way, at all. And by this point, this was like talking to the British officials as well. And they strip open my entire bag, and then they just embarrass me even more. They start saying like, oh, these canisters aren't legal. So they pull apart my entire suitcase. Sorry, my voice is a bit muffled because when the visor's down, I don't know why my voice sounds muffled, but it is what it is. You know, I'm near like IKEA. So then they strip apart my entire suitcase, dump everything out. You know, still treating me like a criminal. I can't touch my own luggage, or I have to open it myself and lift this, you know, stuff out, and they're just restricting me from everything. And I'm feeling like I'm starting to get annoyed, but then obviously I can't lash out at anyone because then they're going to think I'm an actual terrorist or something. And they take out my BBs, they take my CO2 canisters out, and they were like, you can't travel with this. And I'm like, why? You know, it's a CO2 canister. Nothing's going to happen. It's not being it's not in a pressurized environment. Nothing's going to happen to it. So anyway, the woman searches my suitcase, takes out, you know, all the CO2 canisters as I thought, and the BBs, and lays it down, and then basically just confiscates them. I'm like, well, f it, you know, great. I got my gun confiscated. Now I got the ammo confiscated and the CO2 canisters. So I got to rebuy everything if I decide to, you know, buy another airsoft gun. So then at this point, I'm just like, you know, f it. You know, I've had enough. Then we get to the UK, and something's not right, mate. I don't feel home free at all. People acting weird, all the train staff walking about, looking at me, talking to each other, passing messages on to each other. Like, I can see what they're all doing. Then when we're about to walk out, there's a couple of officers waiting at the exit, and then what do you know? I get pulled over and stop and searched. And this guy is thorough. He searches through everything, like going through all of my girlfriend's like makeup bags, every single one of my backpacks, or my backpack, my suitcase, every single like thing that holds something, you know, like a bag, a little pouch, wherever you have it, he's searching through it. And then he gets through everything, he gets to my suitcase, and he opens it up, and then the fucking woman at the in the Dutch Eurostar station in Amsterdam didn't confiscate all the CO2 canisters. And the guy finds these, I'm like, oh, for f***'s sake, like, I swear down. if I get arrested because I'm trying to smuggle some prohibited items across the Eurostar, I'm gonna lose my shit when it wasn't even my fault. So I'm telling the guy, like, mate, I'm sorry, I didn't know, because the woman searched my backpack, searched my suitcase thoroughly, and she didn't take it out. It's not my problem. And since I'm in the UK now, CO2 canisters are perfectly legal, you know, because I don't have to tell them what I intended to use with them. I could just say I needed to use it to like reinflate my tires, which is what I did, which is what they're actually used for as well. So then the guy's got no choice but to let me go, you know, and he searches everything, and then finally, we're finally let go after all of that. And as soon as I get out of that restricted zone, as they call it, I f***ing legged it, mate. And then when I got home, I was like, I am not leaving my house for the next 6 months, because it is the safest here. And that was basically all that happened to me within the space of 2 weeks-ish. A lot of things I didn't, well, all of it, none of it I asked for. I don't think I did anything to really deserve it. But yeah, that is what happened. And it was a show. But I'm glad it's all over now. And back in the UK, reunited with my trusted steed, my black stallion. Okay, yeah, you go first. No. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little story. Hope I didn't take up too much time or bore anyone. Tried to make it as interesting as possible. But yeah, definitely the highlight of the entire holiday was me almost getting arrested in Amsterdam with my first, you know, my first time being there. You know, usually people go there for the coffee shops, for red light districts, or for like the pretty city. I don't know if people like it. I thought it was pretty nice, the museums or whatever. But you don't go there to almost get arrested, mate. I know for sure. But yeah, I'll just do like, I think I might just do some filtering, because I haven't done any filtering in a while, and I'm kind of, you know, feeling withdrawal symptoms from not splitting through cars. So I think I might just leave the rest of the video with some lane splitting videos. I've got to leave my phone up, unfortunately, because I honestly, my brain's a blur, and I haven't ridden on these roads in a while, and I have no idea where I am right now. And obviously it helps me avoid all speed cameras and shit. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that story, and enjoy the rest of the video. But yeah, as of now, we are back. I'll try to stick to the uploading schedule as close as possible. If I've got any more free time, I might even upload 3 videos a week. I'm not going to make any promises, because 2 videos is pretty good for me right now, for like the amount of content I can pump out without it being repetitive or boring. You know, and yeah, obviously I'll definitely make a video where I'd go for a ride on the 2015 MT-07, and I'll do a little rundown on there as well, when it's sort of safe to ride, because right now even the handlebars are really close together, so I feel like I'm riding like a little boy's scooter, because these handlebars are nice and wide and perfect for me. So yeah, I'll leave you guys with the rest of the video, and catch you out in a bit.